Hello everyone, my name of course is Resin, and welcome back to another video. Now, 10k subs, I was thinking what should I do, and I got a lot of good suggestions for you guys, and then I was just looking through my Steam list, and I was like, how about I do a couple of videos. First off, this video is going to be showing off my games that I actually play on Steam, because you see a very few number of games and people are asking, what do I actually normally play? Do I normally play Mount and Blade in my free time? And actually, no, I don't. I hardly ever play Mount and Blade in my free time anymore. I used to a lot, hence why I started the channel as basically around Mount and Blade. But now I tend to not play it in my free time, so I only really play it what you see on my recordings. So I thought I'd go through the games I have on my Steam list, and I think I've got 125 games, and I'd explain briefly what they are, whether I like them or not, and how I got them and stuff like that. And then I'll do another video, which will be coming up probably straight after this one. I'll probably upload them both together, which will be sharing the love a bit, my favourite YouTubers in the community. And I might do some more 10k sub videos, because I kind of want to get to know you guys better and get you guys to know me better, because obviously I'm just there sitting behind a camera, not even behind a camera, just behind a microphone, just talking to you guys about games, and many of you don't actually know what I'm actually like. So let's get straight into the video. So now, of course, the first game we have on the I don't normally look at it like that, obviously everyone looks at their Steam list like this, but I've just put it so it's easier to look in the video. So on first we have Age of Empires 2 HD Edition. Now Age of Empires 1 is actually the first PC game I ever played, and then Age of Empires 2 came straight after, which that was the game back in the day I used to play on my dad's computer, and then when the HD Edition came out, I just had to get it. So I've actually got quite a lot of hours on that, and I play it quite regularly. It's a good one to play with friends, most definitely. I don't really play the single player. Moving on, we have Age of Mythology, which, once again, back in the day, was a game I absolutely loved. The extended edition, I have played a lot less than the original, obviously, but once again, it is a very good game. Now, American Conquest is one of those games that I bought that I haven't really put too many hours into. I bought all the original Cossacks games and American Conquest games in sort of a humble bundle. I think it was like 99p for 15 games, which is an insane deal, but I haven't actually put too much. And of course, American Conquest Fight Back is there. Of course, we have American Truck Simulator. Now, the truck simulators are weird games. Anyone that hasn't played them is like, oh, they're nerdy games. And yes, they are kind of nerdy games, but they're actually very addicting. I don't have too many hours on American Truck Simulator, but Euro Truck I have played quite a lot. Ark Survival Evolved, once again, not too many hours. It's a great game, I just haven't really had time to put all the hours into it. I don't play it too much. This was actually gifted to me from one of my subscribers, so thank you very much. He said I could have a game of my choice, and I chose Ark Survival because I heard there's a lot of hype around it and it's a very good game. So Ark Survival I definitely recommend, but of course it is a lot better playing with friends. There's Survival of the Fittest, free to play game, never really played that whatsoever. Arma 2, used to play it a lot back in the day when I had my laptop. I used to just play on my own on Arma 2, Chernarus Life. I loved that so much. Play it a lot less now, since of course servers, there aren't really that many, and the single player isn't the best in Arma. DayZ mod, didn't really play that because my computer was never really good enough. I actually might try and play it now, because I've not really loaded it up for a good year or two. Arma 2 Operation Airhead, loved that. Loved playing the it's called Invade and Annex now on Arma 3, but I think it was, I can't remember the game mode back in the day, but I used to play this with my mates all the time. It was so much fun on the Takistan map. Of course, there's the beta as well, which is it's obsolete, obviously. Arma 3, love that game to pieces. Have so many hours on it, playing with mates, playing on servers Wasteland, Invade and Annex. It is such a great game. Once again, the single player isn't great in the Arma games, but you gotta let them off sometimes. Assassin's Creed Black Flag, completely completed it on the Xbox 360 and thought I might as well buy it again on the PC just to see how it was, see what it was like these days. And it looks absolutely insane on the PC. I haven't really played it too much on the PC, but I completed it on the Xbox 360 and I absolutely loved that game. Now, Banished is a very interesting one. I have got a few hours on Banished. I never really completely got hooked into it, but it's a really nice idea for a game, and it's one of those games that I think I'm going to love, and I love the idea of it, but when I get to play it, I still enjoy it. I just never really get hooked to it, so I don't put all the hours into it. Now, Battle Brothers is a very interesting one. This was actually, I got contacted by the developers a good 6 months ago now, asking if I'd make a video on it if they gifted me Battle Brothers. They gave it to me, I played it, and I just thought it wasn't really the type of game that I'd want to talk about on the channel. I mean, it's a very interesting game. It's very different to what we see. It's just not the kind of game that I would want to. I kind of want to show games that I know you guys would like. Me personally, I didn't really like it too much. If you guys want to see this game, it's a medieval turn-based tactical RPG sort of game with orcs and knights and stuff like that. I will show it if you guys want to see that, so leave it down in the comments if you're interested. Battle of Empires 1914 to 1918. I love the Men of War series. Battle of Empires was probably one of the weaker ones, I think. But once again, it is still a great game. Battlefield 1, of course, that's just the shortcut. Might as well talk about it. Love Battlefield 1. Great fun to play with friends, just to log in. Battlefield 4, very much the same. I've got quite a lot of hours on both of them. Now, the Black Death, I do have a video on that of a pretty long time ago. And I think it's got a lot of potential. It was very interesting to walk around, see the kind of atmosphere everywhere. I'm planning on doing another video on it once it's got updated, once more features have been added in. But go check out my video on the Black Death if you want to see more on that. Black Wake, obviously I did a video on that not too long ago. Lovely game. Great fun to play with friends. Definitely recommend it. It is being developed very vigorously at the moment, so it's a very good one to play. Blood and Gold Caribbean, obviously the game that was made on the Mount and Blade engine. Caribbean actually was the original of it, then they turned it into Blood and Gold Caribbean. Definitely recommend it. Go pick it up. It's cheap. It's a good one if you love Mount and Blade. Chivalry, never really played it too much. A lot of people really loved it back in the day, but that was before I really got into PC gaming, so I did pick it up, but obviously it was kind of a bit too late, so not many people played it. City Skylines, very interesting. I loved as a city builder. I never played a city builder before. Then I picked up City Skylines and I played it for about 8 hours in the space of 2 days, and then I never really picked it back up after that. So it was extremely addicting, but I felt like I kind of did everything that I wanted to. I might go back and look at the game later on. Now, once again, we have Cossacks 3. I was going to say we have all the Cossacks, then I realised that was Cossacks 3, not the original one. That was gifted to me by the developers. I did do a video on that. I might take a look at it again once it's got a few more updates. It's a very Age of Empires type game. It's very nice graphics. And it's got a lot of potential, and it's got some decent content in it at the moment. Like I said before, I've got all the Cossacks games that I got on that Humble Bundle. I never really played them. Some of these I've not actually played whatsoever. So I might want to go and have a look at these. But they are some older games. CSGO annoys me so much. Mostly because I'm probably terrible at it. When I say terrible, I'm actually alright. But I just really don't like it. I love realistic shooters. I love simulation type games, but CSGO is just not that. It's never really taken my fancy, and I think it's the most popular game on Steam. I just really don't enjoy it. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that because so many people do, but I personally really don't. Dark Matter, never played. Days of War, did a video on that. It is an up and coming World War II shooter. Definitely recommend you guys check that out if you think it's worth the money. Go and look at my video if you haven't already. DayZ Standalone, ooh. I feel like I might have to do a separate video on DayZ Standalone talking about why I have a big problem with it. I think probably many of you know why I have a big problem with it. All the promises that they said, and it's not really lived up to its standards. It is still a great game, but it's not the game that was overhyped. Detour, never played. Dinosaur Hunt, never played. A lot of these games I've just been gifted or given for free, or just picked up for free. Dirt 3, never played. Dirt Showdown, never played. Dota 2, never played. Skyrim, now once again, I'm a bit weird. I don't really like popular games. Skyrim apparently was extremely popular. Everyone loved it. I picked it up, played for a couple of hours. I kind of got a little bit bored of it. I might go back into it, try and push through, see if I can get hooked on it. But I didn't really, I don't think I really gave it much of a chance, so I might go back and take a look at Skyrim. That was also gifted to me by a good mate. Thank you, Max. You obey. Empire Total War, one of the weaker Total War games, but it's still a good game. I do really enjoy the Total War series. The Escapist. Now, I did play this for a few hours when it first came out. I haven't really picked it up since. It is a very fun strategy type prison break overhead game. I definitely recommend you pick it up if you can find it cheap, or if it's the type of game you think you would enjoy. Euro Truck Simulator 2. I did talk about that once again before. It is a very addicting game. It's a bit weird. You wouldn't expect yourself to get, you know, addicted to a type of game like this. But at the same time, there's just something about it that it's got really good gameplay, but at the same time, it's a very nice simulator game. Now, I would say this is kind of my embarrassing section. I don't actually really play the farming simulator games, but it's one of those games where I really like the idea of it, but when I play it I just get really bored. FS15 I probably have the most hours on. How many hours do I actually have on this? Is going to be about 16 hours. That's not too embarrassing. And then once again, actually I might have more on this. 15 hours on FS15. On FS17 I've got 38 minutes. Oh Jesus, nice. Now I do actually slightly enjoy the farming simulator games with friends. Not on my own. I'd never play it on my own. The whole thing of farming in a game just really doesn't take my fancy. But playing with friends, working together, building up an empire is a lot of fun. Or at least the thought of it for me is a lot of fun. When I get to do it, I actually do enjoy it. But obviously, I can't play it for more than a few hours without, you know, feeling like I want to kill myself. But it's always a nice game to come back to. FS15, I think it was given to me by... that was my good friend Ben gave that to me. I love you, Ben. And I've had a lot of fun with friends on that one. FS17 was given to me by good mate Diddy Meep. He probably is watching this video. I kind of need to get into FS17. I think the main reason is I just don't really have any friends to play with, and I don't really want to play it on my own. It's not the kind of game that I enjoy on my own. A lot of people do like sitting there on their own, just farming, chilling out. I don't really like that sort of thing. I like chatting to people if I'm playing a game like this. Most games I play on my own are more strategy games where I have to think about something. Farming simulator games, you don't have to think too much. So I need something to keep me preoccupied, which is like why I like playing it, but only really with friends. So I do like going back to these games every now and then. And FS13, I think I bought that myself before I started my YouTube channel. I can't remember. That was a long time ago. I think I'm probably going to cut the video here because I don't want it to be too long because people will get bored with a sort of 20-minute video. So I think I'm going to upload it in 2 parts. So we'll stop at F and then I will restart with you guys once we are on the next bit.